something which I know is very important to a lot of people, and probably you at home as well, caring for the environment. That is a concern that a lot of people share. And honestly, we just need to look at the state of the environment to go, this is something that needs changing, it needs preserving, it needs protecting. But I'm not actually talking about the physical environment, not necessarily talking about the creation and the world in which we live in, talking instead about the home environment. Joining us on the program now, Executive Director of FamilyLife New Zealand, Wynand Jacobs. Kia ora, thank you so much for your time today.
Kia ora, good morning, Andrew. It's great to be on.
And I mean, caring for the actual environment, mowing the lawns, recycling, all these are good things. Nothing against that. But the effort, the work that we put into the type of spiritual environment and the atmosphere in our homes, that can make a huge difference to our most significant relationships.
Oh, so true, Andrew. And let me tell you, something else that would make a difference to your relationship is, I'll tell you a quick story. Over this weekend, so our daughter is 2 and our son is 5. And up until this point, they've sort of been sharing a room.
Yep.
And this weekend, we decided that we're going to give them each a separate room.
Wow.
And so it's time for Gabriella's room to get all the girly decorations and stuff. So we had some fun as parents decorating that. And one of the things we came across, and turns out this was both Al Ray and my childhood dream that we never had, is to purchase a lava lamp. Now, did you ever have one of those?
Gosh, I did. Yeah, it got knocked over at a party, and gosh, that's when those things smash when they're hot. There's a sticky mess. I did inherit one, but the color had faded out. A grey lava lamp's not as fun to look at, I tell you. But But did you never had one as a child growing up?
So we never had one, but I remember always wanting one. And when I asked Al Ray later on, he said, "Yeah, I always also wanted one."
Wow.
Anyway, we got a lava lamp for the kids, and it turned out we both wanted one. So we've been enjoying the lava lamp. So I'm going to share the lava lamp theology, marriage theology, with you today. Because being a dad and being a boy, I love experimenting with things. And so for me, I've always seen a lava lamp, but I've never actually handled it or switched it on. So I figured out the technology around this thing, and it's as simple as a bottle with 2 liquids.
Yeah.
And as the lamp heats up the liquid, the one liquid goes up, or the piece of liquid goes up, and as it cools down, it comes back down again.
Yeah.
And this got me thinking, I mean, isn't that true for our marriage and our spiritual condition as well?
Wow.
It's like when we just took that thing out of the box, it was just a blob in water, a water solution, right? Yeah. And here's the other thing. My son was saying, "Hey, switch it on. When is it going to go? When it's not going?" Yeah. And that it took about 2 hours to properly heat up and to properly start moving. And it got me thinking about our marriage, and how our marriage and how we flourish in our marriage is a lot like a lava lamp. What do I mean by that? The environment, meaning the heat, how we actually, all the things that surround the movement, like when our relationships are flourishing, it's like the beauty of the lava lamp, dancing.
Yeah.
But if the environment is not right, when there's not warmth and connection and appreciation between us, it's not that easy to enjoy the benefits of marriage and the benefits of that flow, taking it back to the lava lamp analogy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I love this picture, actually. And I mean, like, as you say, it's 2 different fluids, 2 different liquids which have different properties and behave differently as they react against each other in the right environment. That's a great marriage metaphor, because there's 2 different people. They respond, they react differently. You could say some take longer to warm up than others, but all sorts of truth in that metaphor. But when they dance together, it's a thing of beauty, really.
That's right. And look, there's so many ways you can stretch this analogy, but just to really narrow it down and simplify it for our audience, is like, you want to heat up when you're talking about a lava lamp.
Yeah.
It needs to reach the right temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jonah was a little bit impatient the next morning because I just switched it on and he was crying because why isn't the lava lamp going? I'm like, is there a way to speed up this experiment?
Yeah.
So what I did is I put a pot on the stove and I put the lava lamp in some boiling water. And lo and behold, the hour it would have taken the lamp to heat up that bottle was reduced to, maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
Wow.
Because I placed it in a warmer environment.
Life hacks. I'm glad you didn't microwave it. That could have gone terribly badly.
Yeah, that could have gone wrong. I'm not going to try that experiment. But hey, look, sometimes we need to place our marriage, and see where I'm going with this, in an environment that rapidly heats it up and brings heat. And I've just been reading through some of our comments from our recent Weekend Remember.
Yeah.
And I'm so encouraged by hearing how that weekend has fast-tracked the recovery for some and just the growth for others. But I realized that, having that time and space, an entire weekend where you're investing in your marriage, where you're warming up the environment, it increases flow. It just means that it's not that difficult to get that movement and that dance happening again between the two of you.
And hey, let's face it, some weekends are regular weekends, some weekends are hot tub weekends. And
well, there you go.
If you put the lava lamp in the hot tub, that's going to heat up nice and quickly, isn't it?
There you go. And the contrary to that, and look, I've actually been reflecting on this in my own marriage. It's like sometimes we get so focused on our partner's shortcomings.
Okay, yeah.
And we bring those, up in conversation, thinking that we can change the other person. But all that really does is it just cools down the relationship.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's not much fun at all. So this is me preaching to myself today, is sometimes some things aren't worth fussing about. Focus on the things that's going to create warmth, breathe life into the relationship. Before you know it, you'll have an awesome lava lamp experience, the two of you dancing together. And hey, who knows what will come of that?
That is fantastic. The parable of the lava lamp, ladies and gentlemen. That is a wonderful way of looking at things. And you know what? That lava lamp I was talking about beforehand, the colour's faded and it's kind of grey. But definitely going to be plugging that in over Anzac weekend. See if we can teach it to dance again. I'm talking literally, not metaphorically in this instance. But hey, we'll see where that goes, Wynand.
Yeah, well, even that's true for a marriage, because even if we get grey and our colours fade, we can still dance together.
That's truer than I care to admit. Thank you so much for that. Have yourself a great week. Thanks so much for joining us once again.
Yeah, and you. Thanks, Andrew.
Hey, thanks very much for joining us in the Rhema studio. Thanks very much for watching the interview. It's kind of nice to have an audience, actually. And if you did like what you watched, then do give us a like, do give us the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more interviews like that one, or perhaps even better, subscribe and those interviews will come straight to you. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.